What's up? How you guys doing? Hello, 𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧. What's up, Mended Minds? What's up, Stephanie? What's up, Twyla? What's up, Artine? Hey, Hilda. What's up, Maya? I'm doing great. How are you doing, Lauren? What's up, Jara? What's up, Fairy Loon? How you doing? What's up, Delilah and Joseph? Hey, Jara. Hey, Roxanne. Happy either Wednesday or what is today? Thursday, actually? What is it? Thursday, yeah. Either happy Thursday or Friday for you, depending where you are in the world. From Naples, that's dope. Oh, thank you, LA. I appreciate that. You're packing? Where are you going? What's up, Arlene? Hey, Krista. Cali? Dope. I hope you have a fun time. Give it another minute to get enough people in here, and we'll get started. Damn, that was a crazy... I've never seen somebody do that as a troll thing. For a second, I was like, nah, that don't make sense. Oh, thank you, Mended Minds. I appreciate that. Yeah, if that was true, I wouldn't be allowed to be on live right now. I'd say taking care of your feet. Not taking care of your feet is what would make you get that, Josh. Good troll question. What's up, Roxanne? Alright, anyway, so this is going to be the breakdown of the live. We're going to be here for about 2 hours. We're going to have 2 groups of super chatters, and we're going to have 2 groups of free people. The free groups are an hour, and then the super chatter groups are anywhere between about 30 minutes. The free groups are about 30 minutes, and then the super chatters are normally in between 30 to like 45 minutes. So last time, we left off with 1 super chatter. That was Emma. She'll be the first one I do before we dive into our readings. But what I will state is the breakdown right now of the options on how to get a reading. Number 1 is the complete free option, where you basically can ask a yes-no type of question. You put your zodiac and you put your name. Okay, those are the types of questions that are going to be eligible for free. If you ask for a general poll or something that's not in a yes/no format, I'm not going to do those types. I'll ask you to reread the directions, okay? The second option is super chatting. Super chatting is a feature on here that normally people would use to tip creators and etc. But for me, I use it as an energy exchange with readings. If you are somebody that you would 1000% want to make sure that you get your reading done tonight, the only way that will be 1000% guaranteed is if you super chat. Super chatting does start at $1 and goes up. If you're interested in seeing the breakdown, open up the description of this live. It will show you. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, the members. Being a member on YouTube is being different than a subscriber. A member is you being a member is you. Sorry, I'm stuttering. With being a member, you give a monthly payment to a creator and you get exclusive benefits from them. My people get prioritized readings. They can ask yes/no questions and for general pools. And then you guys also do get weekly extra videos added. About 2 to 5, depending on what tier you're on. But those are the 3 options, okay? If you need a refresher on anything I just stated, you can open the live up at any time in the description, and it will let you know. Let's go ahead and let the first group of super chatters formulate. And I will also go ahead and do Emma before we dive into the free people. All right. So, Emma, Brishi, from last time, you're a Virgo. So recently you broke focus. You're really obsessing right now over career, and you're saying that your love life is not very balanced either. Okay. Well, what I'm going to go ahead and say is, why do you feel broken right now? What's the bigger purpose for why you're feeling this this sense of disbalance? Okay. It really looks like Spirit stating that there is something that's not meant to be in your life anymore. That Spirit's like pushing to surface. When you're avoiding work in one area of your life, you're going to be avoiding it in all areas of life. Okay, it looks like your love life, there was a karmic connection. You reclaimed your energy from that emperor. Well, the false emperor. Somebody that acted like they were going to be there for you, but actually only saw what they wanted from you, not what they can give. You know, this is a time that this is that purging energy. This is when you're releasing a karmic cycle. And at the beginning, you're going to have these hyper kind of like sensitive or even obsessive thoughts about what are they doing? Are they thinking of me? Etc. You just have to allow yourself to ride through that wave. You can't sway away from it. It's part of the process. Spirit's saying your career and everything is aligning. All right. This summer, focus on staying balanced. Don't overgive yourself in love, but don't stop yourself from having new experiences as well. All right, so that was our only super chatter from last time. We're going to go ahead and let that first group formulate now, and we'll do 30 minutes of free people. Let me go ahead and write down if anybody's added themselves yet. Let's see. All right. Number 1 super chatter today is going to be Ciola. Got you. Number 2 is C. Justine. Got you. All right, so it's currently, let's see, let's go till, all right, I'll go to 8:50 p.m. I'll round it up to there. So currently it's 8:17 p.m., but I'm just going to go till 8:50 p.m. doing free readings. The first cuts for super chatters will be at 8:50 p.m. All right, you guys are good to go ahead now and start commenting the free questions. Remember, it's a zodiac. You had to put your name, and you need to put a yes/no question. Let's see. Okay, LA Dynamic, your son. Got you. Okay. You're a Leo. Are you meant to continue to grow together now? Just returned yesterday through mutual friends. You need a lot of separation to grow on your own. Okay. Are you guys being called to go ahead now and be healed enough to proceed forward together? So it's not going to go from 0 to 100. I do see that this masculine is going to become more descriptive, meaning opening up. But this is not going to be easy road for you too. I'm here for you, always. And I feel the positivity in this, but I also feel the heartache that will come. It is worth it, though. You know, Spirit says right now there's just still a little bit of that dark night of the soul he's going through, ego. Definitely a lot of possessiveness within him. So Spirit's definitely stating that you're on the right track, but it's not going to be a healthy mindset to believe that everything's going to be perfect now, or that you're going to have little moments. There's still a lot that you have to go through together. If it's worth it, though, you know, then it'll be worth it. All right. All right, Maya, you're a Capricorn. You'd like to know, should you let Malik take you out tomorrow for the first time? All right, let's see. Should you let Malik take you out for the first time? You know, I do see Spirit saying you don't know if you don't try. I do see this as something Spirit does say where if you guys see each other, if you go to this next level, you're not going to be able to go backwards. So they are saying if you're going to go out with him, make sure you're ready. All right. All right, baby Callie, you're a Libra. You would like to know, will he be coming by the end of the month to see you and meet you? He's going to come by the end of the month to see you and meet you. Dude, I got the World card. Are you kidding me? If there's any card I needed to know, this is definitely one of them. That would have been like the top 3 cards I could have pulled. Yeah, he's coming to you. Ain't no doubt about it. All right. All right, Kat, you're a Capricorn. You'd like to know, is your business going to make enough money this summer to quit your job? Spirit wants me to Spirit wants me to promote that you're going to be having stepping stones this summer to where next summer. That is completely correct. This summer, you're still going to be. They're wanting you to focus on building your portfolio, building what you have right now, and stone by stone, day by day, you are gonna, like, in the nick of an eye, if you allow yourself to take it day by day, you're gonna get to that next summer where you've been envisioning all of this big change. Okay, the change is happening right now. Remember, what's happening with your manifestation is, first, it was a little seed you put in a pot, okay? And you've... Oh, my dog ran into the door. Sorry. So anyways, you have a pot and there's been a seed planted in it, and you've had some time now to allow it to grow. And you're watering it. We can see a little bit spurts of it out. You're not waiting for it to arrive anymore, but all of the work that's going on inside still has a lot to do before it can be blown up. This summer, you're watering that plant. By next summer, it's going to be completely evolved. So allow yourself to just stay in present and keep both jobs right now. All right. Artina, you're a Sagittarius. Did you continue to keep your ex, Pisces, on block? All right. Should you continue to keep your ex on block? Yeah. I can see, just because you're guilty, if you're protecting your peace, you don't have anything to be guilty for. What I'm hearing you're saying is this person's not mean, but they're not necessarily kind either. They have a good way of making people kind of feel sorry for them. And this is you breaking a cycle. Okay, what I'm hearing is this is the longest you've gone without, like, caving into their wants, focusing on actually your needs. Spirit's definitely telling you to don't cave in. You set that healthy boundary and it needs to stay that way. All right. Fairy Loon, your name is Rachel. You're a Virgo. Will Justice, who's a Gemini, find someone who is better for him than me? So what Spirit wants me to let you know is you two are karmics. You two are, it does not matter what's going to happen. It's not your, just go with me here. It does you no good to focus and care on if there's going to be somebody better. Because here's the thing. There's going to be somebody better for you, and there's going to be somebody that's better for him. Because you two are karmics. Your cycle is complete. So in a way where it doesn't take away your worth at all, he is going to find somebody that's better fit for him. But so are you, okay? All right. I'm sorry if I'm going to say your name incorrectly. 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧, you're an Aquarius. You'd like to know the Aries breakup. Well, would Aries break up on their own at divine, or do I have to do it now? So you want to know if you should break up with this person? All right. Will this person ever end up breaking up with you? Okay, I don't see this person breaking up with you. I'm hearing you could really push them to like the edge, and there's definitely a energy of maybe clinginess that they may see as resilience right now. You know, if you don't want this, and you've been on this for a while, the Band-Aid has to be ripped off on your end. You can't wait. You can't just push it off, because the one that's feeling truly not centered in the relationship is you. All right. Amanda, you're a Cancer. You'd like to know, is your romantic partner an Aries? Or is this Aries somebody that could be a romantic partner for you? Okay, I do see the ability of this being this is definitely somebody that came after a real dark karma or a dark time of your life. You know, the karma has been restored. I'm hearing there's this balance. And I am seeing family. I am seeing community. So it does look like you two have the ability to be healthy partners for each other. Just take it day by day. All right. Valerie, you're a Virgo. You'd like to know, is your person's intentions positive? Do they have your best interest? Okay, I do see some of that as their best interest, but the thing is they're still definitely dealing with possessive issues, or this is a person that may present much more confident than they actually are. Okay, so be ready for the realistic roller coaster bumps, but Spirit's not saying that like they're trying to use you or play you. You know, it's just looks like this is a person that has their realistic things about them. Perfect. Okay. Julie, you're a Gemini. You would like to know, should you let him go? Should you let him go? All right, second chance redemption. I'm seeing there's more. Okay. This looks like something they're not wanting you to let go. They are saying surrender and let go in the sense of surrender to spirit. The energy of the words, when you say let go, that it feels actually is being brought to the table in this reading is what we would consider giving up. Letting go and giving up are two totally different things. Okay, Spirit does say allow Spirit to let it formulate for you, but it's not something that's over. Liz, you're a Capricorn. You're wanting to know if you and this Gemini are meant to be together. Okay. You know, I do see that this is something where it started off really, really beneficial between you two. You were on the same page, but sometimes people grow apart, just how it is, and now you feel entrapped in this relationship, don't you? But there's still this sense of like love, and you love this person. You want to be committed to them, but you're just tired of feeling like you're going to be following behind everybody else. Okay, so this is something you don't like about this man. A little bit about him is, you know, because everybody has their things, but something that's really, really gets, you know, it's a prominent thing you think about him is how he kind of just too much goes with the flow. You want him to take initiative. You guys are going through a tower moment. I see that if you've had these talks and etc., it's been 10 years and these things are still not budging, it may be time for a more serious conversation. Okay, RK, you're a Capricorn, and you'd like to know, should you let VGB go or give him a second chance? Should you let him go or should you give him a second chance? That first time. You know, I do see balance. I do see nothing happens for no reason. I see that there was definitely a lot of anxiety about how to bring it up. You know, I do see there being a balance. It does look like this masculine needs to come in with sincerity, integrity, listening to you, making the decision, truly sticking to a decision, making it and sticking to it is what they're telling me. So I do see more in the cards for you too, but there's also a message of making sure you don't let outside opinions cloud what's best for you. Bethany, please change your question. If you need a refresher on the eligible or the questions that are not eligible, go ahead and click on the describe or click on the live and look at the description. All right, Laura, you're a Taurus, so you get the email you're waiting for. You're gonna get the email that you've been waiting for. All right. So it didn't come the first time. So it looks like that this is something that's still, it looks like it's an editing process. Somebody's going back and forth from whatever this, energetically, I don't know if they're actually doing this, but energetically, it's like it's back and forth typing. I don't think somebody's actually sitting there and typing and untyping a letter to you, but it's definitely a mindset thing. You know, it's going to take more time, but Spirit does want you to know that you've done everything you could. You have to let the ball come back to you, and remember that you should continue to allow yourself to still look at other options. This feels like it's something regarding a career. They don't want you to put all your eggs in one basket. All right, Barbara, you're a Pisces. Will Chris reach out? Your Pisces, is Chris going to reach out? You know, I do see somebody that wants to reach out, and I see somebody that's like, I'm not going to, but I can't bring them a truth until I got like everything figured out. I know straightforward action. I'm assured. I've taken my time to marinate. I've taken my time to process. I do see this person reaching back out to you. What's up, John? You're an Aries. You'd like to know, will she reach out to you? She's a Gemini. She's going to reach out to you. All right, I see right now that there does seem to be quite a bit of hesitation on her end. I don't see this person really right now having the ability of reaching out. She likes you, and this is not anything to do with your worth, okay? For her right now in her life, it's not worth that vulnerability. It's not worth putting her heart on the line. Spirit saying if this is something that is meant for you, you know, just allow yourself to move forward. You've done everything you can to keep that door open. But rest assured, the way is forward. There's nothing you need to do to reach out to her. All right, Roxanne, you're a Virgo. You like to know, is the ball in your court? The ball in your court. Yeah, I do see the ball. I do see the balls in your court. Now, something I will say that's good about this is it's like you guys are actually dribbling the. It's like I see the court actually being, like. Listen to me the way I say this. Nobody's getting played when I say this analogy. I see that you guys are playing the court, like you're dribbling the court, you're dribbling the ball back and forth. You're not allowing you to stay in limbo and holding it on one side. Nobody's getting played. I'm just using that basketball analogy. You're both doing the back and forth. You're making the motions. I guess a better example I'll say in the future right away is tango partner. Like doing the dance. That's the energy I really meant. I see that both of you are noticing when the ball is in your court and allowing it to be passed back. Right now, at the specific moment, yes, the ball is in your court. All right. All right, Jill, you're a Gemini. Are you ready to apply for this new job? Yeah, absolutely. You're balanced. Everything really does feel like you're ready. You've burned away quite a bit of things that no longer served. Go for it. Tarot, make sure, I need you to change your question. I don't answer questions regarding divorces on lives. Please check the description of the live. You'll see what questions are not eligible. All right. All right, Mystic Mimi. He's an Aquarius. You're an Aries. You're in no contact for 3 years. Is he going to contact you again? Does this person seem like they're going to reach out to you again? You know, I do see somebody that feels like that your souls are kind of released from each other, okay? I don't see this person planning on reaching out to you. Now, that doesn't mean that your energetic connection hasn't been there. You know, you're definitely picking up on something. I mean, what you have is serious, but I don't see this person really wanting to open that door again. You should allow yourself to go forward. All right. What's up, Rachel? It looks like you did not put your zodiac, though. So if my eyes align with you again and you follow the instructions with the zodiac, I'll do your question, okay? All right, Dina, you're a Taurus, and you'd like to know, are you on the right path? Are you on the right path, Dina? Yeah, you absolutely are. You're not letting what other people think is the correct thing to do. You're listening to this. The Spirit wants me to know. Some people may think you're only listening to this, but that's not what's going on. I can feel the centeredness in you. I can feel that laser focus. If this was just lust, if this was just infatuation, if this was just temptation, you wouldn't have the laser focus you do. Okay, Spirit says how many times have you known things before other people? How many times did people try to stop you from living your life? And you actively pulled through that malevolent influence. And at the end, it proved that you were right. That feeling, okay? They need you to go ahead and make sure you don't throw away all the work that you've done up to this point right before that finish line is there. All right. Country, your name is Tyra, and you're a Virgo. Your Libra has really pulled back. Should you pull back as well? Let him lead the connection. Let's see. Should you pull back and let him lead the connection for a bit? Yeah, you know, I see two people that both feel like they got their guards up. Two people that definitely both feel, what I feel right now is activation, but it's registering as triggering, okay? And that's kind of what happens with an activation. When you're in the moment of activation, it feels like a trigger. You want to run, you don't know what's going on. Your soul sees that evolution's happening, but the ego is afraid to let you grow. So it registers what it doesn't know as danger. Okay, you guys are in this very transitional state at this point. Spirit's really wanting you to not focus on meeting frequency. Focus on Spirit's pull of intention. Okay. So, long story short, what I'm hearing is they're telling you don't meet his frequency. Rise above it. If there's anything you can do to pull him out of this mindset, this rut, it's only taking and reclaiming your energy and staying confident with your trust. Perry, you're a Cancer. And you're wondering the time to officially let this person go. Okay, Spirit is saying go forward. Spirit's saying there's something more for you. It's all that power, all that passion. It wasn't for nothing, okay? You're channeling it for yourself. You've reclaimed it. You're transmuting it. And Spirit's saying that there's going to be a lover that accepts you exactly for who you are. Exactly for who you are. You got to do yes, no questions for the free. You can't just ask intuitively or generals. Free questions or yes, no's. Okay. Ruby's red, you need to change your question to yes. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. You'll remember. I looked by it really fast. I got you. Ruby red, you're a Sagittarius, and you'd like to know, why do you why did he feel like he needed to lie to you? Why did he feel like he needed to lie to you? Immaturity for sure. A man that would rather get what he wants than tell you, out of respect for you, tell you exactly what's up and have the chance of losing you. What I'm hearing is if he would have told you the truth, he wouldn't have lost you. But he made a decision. He cared more about his own needs versus both of yours, okay? It's not about all just focusing on what's best for the other partner, because then you're always going to be outwardly looking for, you're going to always be looking outwardly for their validation instead of your own. Okay, this person, Spirit's definitely telling you that even though he's saying he didn't mean to hurt you, Spirit definitely gave him a sign very early on in the beginning of you two being together where he could have allowed this truth to come out when it was still at a time you could work through it. But his actions, he made a choice. And this is something Spirit really is stating that he is not ready for you. Okay? Allow yourself to go forward. Choice is always yours. All right. We got about 10 or about 8 minutes last call for super chatters to be for the first group of super chatters, okay? If you wanted to get on that first group of super chatters, you got 8 minutes. Please make sure you check the description of the live for what type of questions are not eligible for the free, okay? And then please, if you did not align, go back and rewrite your question to where it does. Artina, you're a Sagittarius. You would like to know, is your trip to Boston, is that gonna be a success? So your trip to Boston, does it look like success? Yeah, it is. You know, you're listening. This is laser focus. This is something that no matter what happens, there's a chain of events that's coming from this trip. Absolutely. Okay. Let's see, scroll up a bit. Okay, Gene. Your name is Johnny, actually. Hello. You're a Scorpio. You're wanting to know, should you keep hoping that Marissa, who's a Virgo, is going to contact you? All right, so is it time to let this go? Is it time to let this go? You know, Spirit's saying letting go and giving up are two totally different things. I mean, you're correct that the connection's there, but I see that there's somebody better fit. There's another person that's coming into your life. It may be hard to see it right now. And I'm hearing for a big part of your spiritual journey, the only way they were going to be able to guide you through it is if for a very while you believe this person was your divine. It's called the false divine. We all have one. They're just as important as everybody else. But it is time for you to shift your focus to where you're not chasing. Okay? It's time to attract, not chase. All right, Sabrina, you're a Taurus, and you would like to know, is starting your notary business going to be successful? Let's see. Okay. So I'm hearing you really, really hate the job that you were doing. You felt like you're like, I'm done. This is destroying me. I need to be able to be my own boss. I want to do something correct. Interesting. So whatever you've done for work, somehow it's gone against your moral compass at some point. Maybe not intensely, but enough to where it has affected you when you go home. And you're like, I can't continue supporting or doing or dealing with that. You know, I do see that it's time for you to allow yourself to grow. Spirit does say, remember that this can only happen if you put the effort into it. It's not just thinking into existence. I'm not saying you're somebody that doesn't try. I'm saying you're somebody that is afraid of asking for help. You're going to need investments. What I'm hearing is there's probably going to be at least one person that you don't go into a co-partnership, but more of like somebody that's funding or lending. Spirit's definitely stating that this can be successful. You're right that what you're currently doing is destroying you. You're meant for something else. But you have to be willing to accept help, because, and especially in today's world, there's like no way of starting a business without getting at least some form of a grant, a loan, etc. All right, Brinna, you're a Libra. One second. Time for new incense. Right. Oh, also, guys, I'll talk more about it at the end of the stream, but my next trip is live for 2026. It's going to be an adventure to Utah. It's a camping trip, but it's going to be next year in late June, early July of 2026. So if you guys are interested in learning more about that, make sure you hang out to the end of the stream to hear me talk about it. All right. Does Spirit want you to wait for Miguel to reach out, Brenna? Okay, it looks like they want you to reach out, but they want to make sure that they're saying, paint this picture correctly, Matthew. Yeah, reach out elegantly, okay? We don't want to put our whole heart out. There needs to be a rapport. There needs to be a back and forth. But Spirit is stating that you have received this itch to know that right now a ball is in your court. Maybe for a while it's been in there and you didn't even know it. But now the divine intervention has arisen and it's time. Okay. See. Make sure it's yes, no questions, guys. Okay. I'll scroll up more. Blue Moon, you're a Cancer. Okay, so that's not a yes, no question. All right. Callie, you're a Taurus, and you'd like to know, are you going to find a job before the end of the summer? You know, I do see that Spirit stating that you're going to need to get out of the comfort zone. If you haven't been allowing yourself to like go into stores, into companies, show face and put a face to your name, you need to do that extra mile. Especially right now, you know, it's very hard to get a job, and unfortunately, unless really people are willing to go like above and beyond, there's not a way to have yourself be shined out in a group. You have to right now say that, yes, I'm already accepting that I'm having a job. But obviously, if it's taken right now, if you've been doing everything a certain way and there's still been no change, there has to be something that gives. So it's not that you haven't done enough. Applying and etc. is very important. Even calling up stores, but maybe you should allow yourself to present face and see how fast it could actually open up getting an interview when you just do something like that. Because you're no longer just a name on a piece of paper. You're an actual human that has a voice. Okay, that's it for the first group of free people. And then that's going to, everybody that's super chatted up to this point, it's going to be the first group of super chatters, okay? Let's go ahead and make that list. All right. All right. Number 3 is Lori. Number 4 is Barbara. All right. All right. Number 5, 11 Princess or 117 Princess. All right, number 6. It's Andrea. Number 7 is Alvin. What's up, homie? Get you that a Law of Attraction card pull for joining the membership. And General, got you. All right, number 9 is Karina. Perfect. Number 10 is Roxanne. Number 11 is Chantel. And then number 12 is Marie. All right, you guys are the first group of super chatters. Everybody else after this is going to be group 2. All right. So 12 super chatters. It looks like that's going to take me definitely about 30 minutes. So we'll be here for another 30 minutes for free people, or another 30 minutes doing super chatters, and then right at like around 9:30 we'll start another group of free people, okay? So 9:30, right around there is when we'll start the next group of free people. And then I'll state you have another 30 minutes to get on the last group of super chatters guaranteed for tonight, okay? I will make actually I'll it's 8:55, but I'll make it 35 minutes. So, last call for super chatters to be guaranteed and answered for this live stream will be 9:30, okay? Everybody after that will be answered on the next live stream. All right. And I do feel called to switch now to my Oracle deck. And scroll up and start. Listen out for your number and your name so you know where we are. Number 1, Ciola. Number 2, CJ Justine. Number 3, Lori. Number 4, Barbara. Number 5, 117 Princess. Number 6, Andrea. Number 7 and 8 are Alvin. Number 9 is Karina. Number 10 is Roxanne. Number 11 is Chantel. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, is number 12, Marie. All right. Number 1, Ciola. Ciola. I'm sorry if I say your name incorrectly. You would like a general love reading. All right, so there's yet to be a conversation in your love life, and it looks like 2 people are pretty excited about it. All right, neither of you want to block each other from your life, but I do hear that both of you are there's an intensity. They're like every day, you know, every single day we're still finding our way to each other. But after that next meetup, I hear, or that real meat and potatoes conversation you're going to have, really shows if this is going to continue forward or not. Okay, your love life, they want you to know that this connection is going nowhere. Don't let the fear, the parasite, tell you that this is going to be knocked out. Stop. Okay? Yeah, that conversation is arising. I'm not saying it's going to be the easiest conversation ever. There's going to be a death of some things, meaning just end a cycle to bring in a new, but still high frequency. All right. So, give you one more card as a protector and prediction. Okay, so they're promoting you to use. Okay, so they're saying that this summer, allow yourself to invest into this. Have experiences. Know that this communication is worth it. And they're saying don't go in with any expectations. Simply enjoying the ride, simply spending time together is winning. Let everything else formulate from there. All right, number 2, that was CJ. You're an Aries, and you would like to know you're being spiritually protected and watched. You know, absolutely you're being protected and watched. And Spirit right now is really helping you. So the back of my head really started to hurt, like more back, like throbbing on the right side. It's about feminine strength speaking up. You know, you're definitely guided. But there is something regarding your love life that Spirit's wanting you to look at a bit about. It's not anything bad. You know, I think that soon you're going to have a new love interest come in, and Spirit says don't allow yourself to, like, just splurge all the feelings you're going to have. Okay, this is a future prediction for you. You have a new love that's going to be coming into your corner. It is a trusted thing. It is a guided thing. But I also hear that this man, he may fall a little bit under the category of love bombing. He means what he's saying, but he within himself is still learning a form of impulse control. But it does look like you've manifested a new partner into your life, and Spirit wants you to take it day by day. All right, Lori. Is he going to be more invested in you two going forward? Is he going to be more invested into you two going forward? Yeah, absolutely. Real work, strengthening that heart, ability to put themselves in your shoes, and comfortability with the frequency shifts. Absolutely. This person is going to put in more effort. Right now, you've opened up that door. And also, I just realized, my friend, because I was just getting real into it, actually, so what you paid for, that was not a yes/no question. That was a general reading. So in the future, please make sure that when you ask a yes/no question, that it's at least a 10 or up. Okay. And then let's do this. Back up to this. Number 4. Number 4. What is that? Barbara. Oh, and Laura, I do see actually you're a subscriber, or you're a member. So you're all good to go. Thank you for that. I just saw the Spartan logo. Okay. So now number 4, Barbara. Let's get you that general pull. Okay, right now you're feeling a bit disorganized. You're kind of like, when is my love life going to be able to come in order? I hear that really you're in a purging stage. There is going to be like this masculine energy that starts to lean in towards what I'm hearing is like month 7. Okay, so we're right there. It looks like you're going to be doing a lot of purging in July. In July, it's purging of more than romantic stuff. You're going to see that there's certain things you align with when it comes to TV shows, music, people in your life that you're just like, man, this is stunting my growth. And I'm only holding on to memories, not the actuality of what's going on. And as you do these types of purges, you're going to open up doors to other things, okay? So Spirit's wanting you to focus on the rest of this month and into July being purging. And it does look like romance, though, is going to be on its way as you allow that to form. All right, number 17, which is... Oh, I'm sorry, number 5, which is 117, Princess. Thank you for being here. Let's get you that general pull, my friend. Okay, so right now you're facing your shadows. You're allowing yourself to take it day by day. If you felt like you could have overstepped, said something you shouldn't have, you know, following Spirit's guidance doesn't mean that always the outcome feels squeaky clean. Sometimes Spirit makes you do something and they know it's about to be like it's going to be a heartache for you, or it's not even a heartache. Sometimes it's just they know it's going to pierce you. You know, sometimes jumping into the water stings. Not always is it just you plop in. Sometimes depending on the way you jump into the water, how far up it is, it's going to sting. But you're still safe. You're still guided to make the leap, right? And at the end, it's going to hurt, but then you're good. You pop right back up. You're good. So that's the energy that's going on right now. Continue forward. Continue knowing that these stings are not broken bones. All right. Now, Mrs. Andrea. Mrs. Andrea. All right, so I do see, my friend, that you asked a question, but questions are only for the 10 mark and up. Anything under 10 is general pulls only, so I will give you a love general pull since your question is regarding around love. Okay, so Andrea, love general pull. What do they need her to know? All right, they're needing you to know that you are on a good pace with whoever this person is. You're allowing you to start out as friends. It's not that the attraction isn't there. You know, they want to promote you not going too fast, but they also want to promote you knowing you can't be put in the friend zone together. There's too much of an attraction. If there's any part of you that's wondered if this is going backwards, no. In fact, I'm hearing that the attraction really is even truly on both ends. It's more increasing. Spirit's definitely letting you know to not give up. Don't let this go. Keep this flowing in each other's life. Don't force yourself. Wait for when the ball needs to be put back in your court, but continue forward with this. All right, now, Mr. Alvin. Let's get you that LOA. What's his current law of attraction, everybody? All right, well, right now you are attracting in what I'm hearing is you're like, I want the opposite of romantic. I want the opposite of... They're making me say it this way for a reason. You want romantic love. Medium build. Law of attraction pull. Southpaw. Pull back. Medium build. Mysterious aura. Not doing anything wrong. I feel like I'm picking more on her energy, to be honest, than you right now. I feel that this is something that she's wanting to build on a little bit more. Okay, your current law of attraction, you're pulling in romance. That's what I'm seeing. You are pulling in romance. You are allowing yourself to be confident, stick your ground, state what you want, but also we've done that balance of allowing you to pull back and wait for her responses. Okay, your law of attraction's like really high vibrational. You're if you've been feeling like there's stagnancy, remember when what's happening when you're in the eye of a storm, in the eye of a hurricane. When you're in the eye of the hurricane, you feel like nothing's happening, but all of this shit's happening around you. Your law of attraction is pulling in divine love, my friend. And then we'll let the general pool we have next for you continue the cards for what that means about that, because it's definitely a love general pool we're supposed to give you. So what we got with that? Okay, so not needing to pay attention, very rather heavy hitting words. Okay. Well, you've excelled some form of a timeline. Okay, your general energy they want you to get ready for, when I say this, they're not saying put a date on it, okay? But you're going to have a conversation about big topics soon. You know, I do see before the green. And when I see green, I see December, and I see the red. Okay, you've made some great decisions in the past 2 weeks, my friend, where you've actually accelerated this timeline a bit of being able to get back together. I do see a deep conversation of redemption, like true redemption, not when you go back into this back and forth, happening before December is here. They need you to continue this flow, this peace with faith, this confidence. Okay, she's going to reach back out to you. You just got to let her do it. You just got to let that ball in the court and continue the rapport you're doing. And look how much you've been able to build confidence in yourself. And when this happens, when you're really, really back into divine union, I mean, just the type of love with her picking you as well. You know, this isn't just for her to see how much resilience and etc. what you truly feel. It's also for you. And it's a beautiful thing. So, cool, man. All right, number 9 is Karina. Are you going to meet a new romantic partner? Okay, sorry, my friend. You also actually you did under 10, and under 10 is just general pulls. So I'm gonna actually just do a general for you. What is Karina's general love energy right now? All right, so no needing to defend your ground. No, I see that Spirit says you are attracting in pretty healthy masculines, people that you don't have to worry about manipulation. But also I'm hearing that you're going to need to meet somebody halfway. You know, you're manifesting something, and it's going to come in the way the person that you're manifesting is coming in, but it's not going to be the way you exactly picture it. Spirit needs to remind you, you know, never make anything fit, ever, okay? But something that's true in manifestation is they will bring you what you desire, truly what you ask for, but a lot of times it's not going to look down to the exact way you manifested it. It's not a car. This is not something, this type of love, it's nothing as simple as like manifesting a car or an object. It looks like the person that you're going to be with is going to fulfill your needs, but could be a different look of an individual, could come from a different walk of life, etc. But it just looks like Spirit saying to keep your heart open to love. Okay. Number 10. That's Roxanne. Alrighty. So you're a Virgo, and you feel like growing love connections being changed to your career. Okay. It feels like growing love connections bring change to career path. Is it time to transition? So is it time to transition from your career path? Give you that past, present, future spread. Presently, she knows what to do. Okay, start with the past. Spirit always promoted you that this is something you instantly were... Spirit's always promoted that the more networking you were going to be able to receive. You were already more skilled for the job. You were overqualified for this job, is what I'm being told. There's nothing more you could learn there. You've met new relationships, you've met new dynamics, and I do see where you put yourself for work, the chair you sit in, and etc. is going to be different this time next year. Right? Presently, is this job still serving a purpose? You know, I hear that you really are, sooner than you realize you're out of this job. It's time to go forward. The energy, it's time to use it now. What happens by you going forward? Right now, we see blow by blow, one day at a time, but somebody meeting you halfway. So these connections, these growing love connections, whether they're platonic, familial, romantic, everything is connected. It does look like something had to break, an illusion had to shatter. It does look like it's killing part of your parasite, or what's the right way to put it? Growing love connections bring that change to your career path and transition. Stepping away. You may have to move away. Okay, so you may actually end up having to move away from quite a few people that you care about. But for you to have this continued change, you can't be afraid of holding on to what has just been an anchor that you needed for a time frame, but now your boat wants to go forward. You want to see new horizons. So certain anchors are going to have to be picked up. Okay, so what Spirit's really telling me is that it is time for you to change that career path and go forward. You've gained connections that absolutely want you. You've gained connections that absolutely are worth the jump, the leap of faith for. You're doing great. I'm really excited to see. This is very powerful. I'm very excited to see what this new chapter brings you. Okay. All right. Number 11. That's Chantel. Okay, Chantel. Will the regional manager let you break your lease without paying? Okay, so I would consider that more along the lines of like a legal question. Breaking a lease. I'm trying to see a way I can answer this with it not where you still get beneficial, but it's still in my respecting my boundaries. Okay, so this is how I'm going to ask this, okay? I'm not going to ask if they're going to break your lease. I'm going to ask if they're going to make this difficult for you. Though I see this regional manager making things more difficult for you than need be, okay? You know, I don't see this as something that's going to be harder. I see the people have your best interest. What I hear is it's because of the work you do. So what I'm hearing is you're gonna get your deposit and stuff back because you actually took care of the home or the apartment, whatever it is that you have. When the inspection and etc. comes, you've kept care, and just also with your law of attraction, the way you flow and allow things to formulate. I do see that this is going to be something that it's not going to be any harder than it needs to be. And I see the people wanting to create a more lucrative income for you in your bank account, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. Number 12. Number 12 is Marie. All right, so you'd like a general love reading. Got you. Let's go ahead and give Marie a general love reading. So it looks like you're going to be making time for a very romantic connection in the next upcoming weeks. I do see somebody where you're going to make an organized plan structure. You're going to be ready and very secure to see each other. Okay, Spirit wants you to allow this to formulate in the next 2 months. This is great. I'm very excited to hear you come back with what appears. So I went a lot faster today than I'm like on a roll. I just feel like today's one of those days of clarity. This is one of those days where it's just like straightforward actions. So I still got actually like 15 more minutes than I actually have 15 more minutes than I originally thought I was going to. I'll do 15 minutes of free people, and I'll let still that last 15 minutes be for the next group of super chatters to formulate, okay? Alrighty, so 15 minutes of free people starting now. Make sure you put your yes, no question. Make sure you put your name and your zodiac, okay? All right. I'll scroll up and start seeing if we have any. All right, Emma, you're a Cancer. You would like to know, is he going to come back soon? Is he going to come back soon? Yeah, I do. Make it halfway. Yes, he is going to come back. I do see the masculine is going to make the remove, but there's something that's going to have to be removed. You're going to... Okay, I see there's a healthy boundary that has to be set. He is going to come back. You guys are going to have this very serious conversation, though, about what is this healthy boundary? What is this thing that has to be released? Whether it's a habit, a mindset, a person, a place. There's going to be something you two are able to break through together with, though, for sure. Okay. All right, Janisha. Does 𝗨𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧 want to reconcile with you and fix your connection? You're a Cancer. All right, does he want to reconcile with you? Yeah, he does. He's very clear masculine, I'm seeing right now. There's a lot of masculines that put a puzzle piece together in the past week about like what their laser focus is. Not only on their career, but the feminine they desire, etc. I do see somebody that wants to fix your connection. Angelique, thank you for being a member. You're Libra rising, Sun Virgo, and you like to know, are you on the correct path? Are you on the correct path? Yeah, that conference, that meeting is coming. You absolutely are on the correct path. You know, you're transmuting your energy. You're not letting yourself sit there and be stuck in distraction. But you're also not you're not sitting there and deflecting the feelings. You're not harping, you're not deflecting, you're in a great balance, my friend. So yes, you are on the correct path. All right. Marie, oh, got you. You were just saying thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome too, Roxanne. Brina, I already answered a question for you today. Everybody gets one free question. Everybody's eligible for one free question a day. After I've answered that question, if you're wanting another one, that is only going to be then for $10 and up. Now, remember, your question does reset every day. So if you would rather wait till tomorrow and see if you have a chance of being picked again, you're more than welcome. But if you're wanting it, second question answered after you've received one on that same live, then that's going to be the $10 and up when it comes to super chatting, okay? All right. Let's see. Kathy, you're a Virgo. Did Gloria become you in your love relationship? Yeah, I do see there was a divine intervention. Yeah, this is something. But remember, I don't necessarily see this being like it's like evil. They got in the way. It was this purposeful thing. I mean, there's just more to the story. There's more than meets the eye. But life's not black and white to it. And when I see whatever this is, yeah, this person's definitely part of the story. And there was a divine intervention that was taking place. All right, 10 minutes, last call for super chatters, okay? 10 minutes, last call super chatters guaranteed for this live stream. A new one, you're a Libra. Will you and Dimple reconcile? Will you and Dimple reconcile? This person's very hurt. I feel this person wants to trust you. I do see more time needs to upload. You know, when it comes to this connection, you really, really have to allow this to be reached out to you. What I'm seeing with their freedom of will, etc., it's taken a tool. It's taken a big tool on you, and the energy doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like doing this form of leap of faith would actually end up getting caught. It's like almost like you would break your leg doing it. Everything's different, but what Spirit's really, really wanting you to know right now is to let this connection go. It shouldn't be this hard. There's a difference between trials and tribulations, but pulling teeth and begging to be seen, that is not the same as resilience. All right. All right. All right, Shannon, you're a Libra. Will you win next Thursday? Will you win next Thursday? What's that mean? Well, okay. I'm not sure if you're asking if you're going to win a legal case. Something's telling me the way it's wording. That's what's going on. I don't answer questions about if you win a legal case. Now, for in the future, for any reason, let's say that's not what's going on right now. This is like, am I going to win my baseball game? Am I going to win the prize at this event? That's cool. We can do stuff like that, but I'm not. I feel like you're asking about something legal, so I'm going to continue forward, my friend. Make sure in the future you make it a little bit more communicative of what that exact thing you're trying to win is. All right. All right. All right, Adrian, you're a Libra. You would like to know, you're going to be loved again. Are you going to be loved again? You know, absolutely. Here's the thing. You are realizing the red flags. You're not allowing yourself to avoid them anymore. You're not allowing yourself to say, oh, that this is, I'll give this an excuse. I'll give this excuse, because there's a difference between understandable ups and downs, roller coaster bumps, and then like just a person just shitting on you. Okay, you are not allowing yourself to attract in those types of partners anymore. I do see that love is formulating as we speak. You just need to continue to allow yourself to not give up. You can't give up on love. You can have moments, but you have to hold faith. 5 minutes, last call on Super Chatters. 5 minutes. All right. Just looking for yes, no's. Let's see. Make sure you guys don't spam the chat. You're absolutely allowed to, like, you know, you're allowed to comment your question more than once. I would assume most of you are going to do that, but like, be mindful with it. Just make sure you're being mindful and not doing it bot, 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 bot. You could do it like 1 or 2 times, give it a little break, and then you can do it again if you want to, but just be mindful, because if you go above and beyond, that's when my moderators will time you out. If you're doing it just a couple of times, they understand, I understand, we promote it. Of course you're going to want to get your answer done, but if you're going really intense with it, that's when they're going to go ahead and time out, okay? Thank you to my mods as well. You guys are awesome. Okay, Goddess of the Moon, the Jessica. You like to know, is he coming back soon? Is he coming back soon? Yeah, I do see that this person, yeah, he's coming back soon. This is divine intervention. I see 2 people that are really able to transmute now. I see a laser-focused masculine. I see that this person's gone through a death. A good death, like an end of a cycle to bring in a new. I do see reconciliation very soon. That's okay, Bryn. I understand. You didn't know them, but now you know. And that's all we can do. All right. Feather Michelle. You're a Libra. He's in a relation. You're a twin flame. He's in a relationship. I feel his energy a lot lately, and I'm not sure if I should cut him off. What to do. Okay, so you're a member. Okay, so yeah. I'll sum that up. Is Spirit calling? Is Spirit saying that your connection right now is... Let me find the right way to put it. He's in a relationship. I'm falling with his energy a lot lately. I'm just not sure if I should cut him off. All right, so should she energetically cut off this masculine? Should she energetically cut off this masculine, put a wall up? You know, I do see Spirit saying that if this is something you want to put a wall up to, if this is something you want to put a wall up to, it may be best. Because I don't see in this situation, if the masculine's with somebody else, it fell to the ground. Mutual halfway. He still has a karmic cycle he's going through with this other person. You know, Spirit says if he reaches out to you, that's a different story. But right now, they're not saying to try to... It's not the energy of trying to, like, cut a cord. But if you want to put, like, a protection barrier up, that would be suggested. Just so there's not, like, this overwhelming feeling and you're not able to, like, actually get through your day. And not be hyper-focusing and thinking about all the signs and etc. I think just a healthy little barrier... being put up would be beneficial, but don't try to cut a cord or anything like that. Don't do that. All right, 2 minutes. Last call, super chatters. 2 minutes. Let's see. See. All right, let's scroll up a little bit more. Yes, no questions. So, Janisha, I already answered an answer for you today. If you're wanting to do a second answer, that would be needing to super chat $10 or up. Everybody gets one question a day, okay? You said you missed your question, then you're going to have to rewind back on the live and find it. You can do that right now. You can rewind on the live, or if you would rather wait until the live is over, as soon as it uploads, you can go back and look at the recording as well. All right. Said I'd do one more free person. So let's just scroll up and see who's done the yes nos. All right. Mel, you're an Aries. Should you go back? Mel, you're an Aries. You'd like to know, should you go back? Yeah, I do see that Spirit's promoting that there's more to this story. I feel like a masculine is going to present themselves to you. You know, if this person comes in, and they're serious, and there's a different energy, and there's a laser focus, you know, maybe this was separation for further growth. But Spirit is stating you actively are manifesting in a new masculine. You may just trying to find the right way to put it. It's not bad. You're gonna have two choices. Yeah, that makes sense. You're gonna have two choices. So I have two energies. I have a masculine that's new, and I have a masculine that's old. One that wants to return, one that really is somebody that, I'm not saying they're perfect, but that they can give you everything you've been desiring and what you've been manifesting in a person. Now, for a while, you thought this face was going to be a different individual. You thought it was somebody you already knew. But I'm hearing there have been blinders for a reason. Okay, you're going to have a choice in love. You're going to have a choice in love. For now, the one thing to focus on is allow whatever the opportunities are to come to you. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and formulate that. We're gonna do the next group of super chatters. The cutoff has happened. At this point, anybody that super chats after this moment is guaranteed to be the first answered on our next live stream, okay? All right, so we left off with Marie. All right, Karina. Oh, that was just adding to the last question. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Norma. Thank you for joining the membership team. Member for 1 month, level 1. Since yours is a prescribing, it's prescribed. Okay, yeah, I'll do that question for you. Got you. Number 2. That's Monique. Number 3 is Nini. Number 4 is Kathy. Number 5 is Feather. Thank you for joining the membership. You'll get that Law of Attraction card pull as a thank you and a welcome. Monique, I see you did 2. So anything that's under $10 is considered one question. So even if somebody does $1 2 times, I appreciate it. That does not count as 2 separate questions. I'm going to combine both of those together and give you a reflection of cards in that one question, okay? So I'm just going to make sure I'm going to time that by 2 for you. All right. And then we have the We have the autistic. Okay. I'll give you that general pull. All right. And then I see Feather, you also wanted a general pull and you met that frequency exchange. Perfect. All right. That's it for the guaranteed super chatters for tonight's stream. Anybody else after this point? You're guaranteed to be the first answered on to the next live stream. And now we'll go ahead and scroll back up to Norma. I'm about to go ahead and restate the numbers as well. So if you have super chatted and you're on group 2, please make sure you listen out right now for your number associated to your name. Number 1 is Norma. Number 2 is Monique. Number 3 is Nini. Number 4 is Kathy. Number 5 is Feather, your law of attraction pull. And number six is the autistic. That's his name. And number 7 is Feather again, but that was the general one you paid for. Okay? All right, sounds good. Let's do this. Also, guys, we will have an after stream later tonight. Basically, the after stream is hosted on Twitch at UncleBronze Official, where I do give away a tarot reading, but we play video games. I'm not sure what I'm going to play tonight yet. I'm thinking I may play Battlefront, maybe some Star Wars Battlefront tonight. We'll see. But we'll talk more about that after we're done with these readings. All right. Norma. Where's she at? Norma. All right, perfect. Number 1, Norma. You're a Cancer. You would like to know, should you keep waiting for your ex? The Spirit's saying to still be at peace with fate regarding this ex. Large build ability to take on that heavy shaking. Spirit wants you to let go. There's something else. There's somebody else that's going to be your divine. There's somebody else than this one ex that you're thinking about. It may be hard to see it right now, but Spirit's saying it's time to let this go. All right, Monique, let's give you that general pull. Right now, you're kind of feeling you're feeling like somebody is not willing to fight for you. Spirit wants to remind you that you are a gem, you are a prize, and you should not let anybody else's deflections of what you're deserving discredit the worth you have in your soul. You have a masculine that's running away. What I'm hearing is he's announced this as well, like his actions speak louder than his words. Spirit's wanting you to allow this person to go. You know, you don't need to chase. A masculine that's deserving of you is going to hold resilience. Things aren't going to be perfect. He won't be perfect. You won't be perfect. But, I mean, if you really mean it to him, if you really mean it, he won't give up. No matter how much it hurts, he won't. So, Spirit wants you to allow yourself to attract in that masculine. That man who will be that for you. Don't settle. All right, number 3. That's Nini. Number 3. You'd like a general pull as well. I got you. Let's give you that general pull. All right, you have a divine intervention that's taken place, but it feels like it's time to start. You know, you've been working a lot behind the scenes regarding either like this could be even like it feels more like a financial reading for you. Speaking up with work. Excuse me, a lot of activation in the throat chakra with this, highlighting your needs. I think that you are ready to stand up for either like you're up for a pay raise, a promotion, a form of acknowledgement that you have not received. And what I'm hearing is this is part of your life path number as well. Actually, doing this next move, you're most likely like a life path number 7 or 8 is what I'm sensing. And something about this, what your next step you're going to do regarding your career is sacral activation. Sacral activation. It may seem like something so little, but it's not. So Spirit's Spirit is saying to stay centered. Stay to what you're doing. The new level of consistency in speaking your mind, that confidence is soaring and is bringing you this next step. All right. All right, number 4, Kathy. General pull for you too. I got you. Yeah, best friend. Somebody that has your best interest. You're wanting to ask for advice on something. It could be regarding your love. It could be regarding moving forward from something. But it looks like you're like, I need some advice and I don't know who to trust. I'm hearing that you may just want to make sure that the friends you have, if you're going to go to about love to anybody, you need to make sure that no matter how much you trust your friends, you need to remember to look back at their own lives and see if they really, truly are the right type of person to ask for advice when it comes to your love life. You have some friends that want to protect you. Life's not black and white. I do see you have at least one pretty strong friend, strong-minded friend you can go to for an unfiltered opinion. But that's what the Spirit wants you to remember highlighting on. Everything is opinion with others. They don't know exactly what you're going through. They're not in your shoes. They can only do best off of the way you're describing the situation and what they internally are being told. I do see Spirit saying that if you need to help some help making a decision, trusting in love, there is one friend they would suggest you go to, but remember that even like this, when we're manifesting things, we really should keep the smallest amount of people possible to know what that manifestation is. And being in the beginning of a relationship, talking to somebody, etc., is a form of manifestation. You need to make sure you keep this slim until the full relationship has arisen, and then you bring it to the world. All right. Feather, your law of attraction pull. Let's get you that law of attraction pull. All right, so you're waiting for something to speak up as well, and I do see that this is a positive environment. I see two people that are meant to be in each other's life. You have a very, there's a resilient conversation coming in the next 2 months. It's between you and a lover. It's between you and somebody that is destined to be in your life. And what I'm hearing is the scales will be able to be balanced when you're in front of each other. Things will be clear and crystal as day when you're in front of each other. So your law of attraction is pulling in a divine union, a divine opportunity. Your law of attraction is showing you are not supposed to stay in a hibernation or hermit mode at all. This is chariot energy. All right, number 6, the autistic. All right, let's get you a general pull. What we got for you? All right, so currently you're really wanting to feel support. That you're in between making a decision. What I do see Spirit stating is that there's been time, whatever this decision is, there's been times in the past it wasn't ready. It wasn't time to highlight on it. But it does feel like something feels like it's... Let me get one more card, because something just feels kind of not weird in this situation. Kind of dark, almost. Interesting, kind of dark. Whatever question you have, they're wanting me to pull away from that. Yeah, they're trying to tell me to do a totally different reading for you. What does this person need to know right now? Is it about following your hunch with something? What's their law of attraction? That's what they're wanting me to tell you right now. Okay, there's pressure to make a move on something, and you are enacting right now on anxiety. You've put so much time. You're wondering if this is going to come together. You're just wanting that extra little oomph. I do hear a moment of motivation. In the next couple of months, all of the stuff you've invested into is going to be able to come back. I just feel that there's something that you're wanting an answer to so badly that's out of your control. And Spirit says we just can't give it to you yet. There's more time. There's more growth. Understand that your law of attraction, your actions, as they've been high vibrational, that karmic energy will return. If you've felt discriminated against, something feels like I should state that as well. Rest assured that this is happening in your favor. You just need to allow yourself to have more time to sweat out this anger, this pain. There may be a little bit of the dark night of the soul you need to go into with yourself, because I am picking up on some dark energy. I can't lie to you, my friend. But dark does not mean evil, okay? Dark just means there's a shadow side that's going to hold you back from your biggest desires unless you face it head first, okay? All right. All right, number 7. That was 𝗨𝗪𝗪𝗘. 𝗨𝗪𝗪𝗘. Okay. So actively right now you are preparing. You and a lover want to reunite or go the extra mile. See, they are telling me no matter what, if you've met in this life or not, you've had plenty of past lives together. And this life, your relationship is supposed to go fast. I'm not saying that you're going to do like run-on sentences type of fast, or like this is going to excel faster than you can control it. It's going to go at Spirit's pace. But as soon as you and this person collide into your life again the next time, after the next visit, after the next eye-to-eye contact, you will never go back. This is too strong. This is too important. More is meant between you two. Okay. All right, guys. So, also, I'm going to take a moment to talk about my new trip, guys. I just released it a couple days ago. My next trip is planned for next June of 2026, right at the end. It will be a 6-day trip to the Utah mountains. It's another camping and hiking-based trip. There's some really cool stuff that's going to be involved. There's whitewater rafting. There's a horseback race. Not horseback race. That would be awesome, though. A horseback riding. We're going to be going to multiple different trails. There'll be different camping sites every single one of the days. Everybody's going to receive a personal one-on-one reading with yours truly. We're going to have a tarot teachings workshop lesson. If you guys are interested in joining, okay, all you have to do right now to claim your spot is put a 25% down deposit, and then you have 10 months to pay off the rest. You can literally choose how you want to pay it off too. You can pay it all off at once if you want, or you just make split payments all the way until March 28th, because that's the cutoff, basically. So if you were to book it now, 10 months to split up the payment how you like. And also there is an option to get a financing plan through the company called Affirm, and it's a no credit check. And they have options where it's 6, 12, or 18-month plans that you can pick with them. I've had a few people tell me that they've picked the 18-month because it comes to about like $250, I think, a month for them when they chose that one. But needless to say, if you're interested in joining, go over to my profile, to my YouTube profile, and in the bio linked is the Utah trip there. And then any questions you guys have regarding the trip, please do not hesitate to send me an email at contact@offprintmint.com. Again, this just came out last week, so I mean you got time. If you want to sit and think about it, I mean I encourage you to think about it. But we got plenty of time until it's happening. I'm really excited. I can get up to 11 people for that trip. And yeah, so that's what we'll continue talking to. Well, that's what we'll conclude talking about today. But we'll continue talking about that we're going to transfer now over to Twitch at UncleBronze Official for the after stream. I am going to give away one free tarot reading over there. If you didn't get your reading done here today, you still have a chance. Over on TikTok at UncleBronze Official, I do the after stream as a time to like chill and vibe, get to know you guys, and we always play some form of a video game. If that's your vibe, You want to come chill with us? I'm going to actually right now log in and make sure that I have my loading screen up before I log off of YouTube Live. Yeah, and then we'll just get right into it. So let's go ahead and open up OBS. Make sure there was nobody else that joined. Okay, it looks like Joseph did. I saw that. Okay, Joseph, I'm going to put you down as the first super chatter for tomorrow. Okay? Actually, just give me a second. Joseph Harris. Got you. And that's a general pool. All right. That concludes like the... sorry, I'm decompressing, so now I'm starting to stutter again. You guys know how that is. Anyways, so... Joseph, you're going to be the last person. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really decompressing right now. Joseph Harris, you are going to be the first I answer on my next YouTube live stream. My next YouTube live stream is going to be Monday. Okay, the rest of the week I'm going live on TikTok. And that's good there. Now let's go ahead and do this. Bring up that. Get some music going. Okay. Where's it at? Oh, they moved it around. New update. Okay. Playlist. Alright. That looks good now. Starting screen. Perfect. All right, dope. We're live now over on Twitch, UncleBronze Official. The way you can get to my Twitch account is it is linked in my social media platforms. If you go to my profile, you'll see it in the bio there. If I don't see you guys over there to stream and chill with us, the next time I'm going to be on a YouTube live is going to be on Monday. But tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be on TikTok doing live readings. So if you're somebody that has TikTok, check over there, look at the story over there for when I'll be going live. Otherwise, I'll just see you guys here on Monday. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your night, morning, evening, and I'll see you wherever I see you. Let's get it.